Now, TV, we missed this last week at our last episode, and I apologize, but Damon Lindelof and HBO got a full series run for The Watchmen.
Mm-hmm. And Regina King is going to be the star.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's going to be the lead. I'm looking forward to that. O'Reilly Freeman is going to be the lead of Watchmen. So maybe, and you know the thing is, what's funny is that she steps into a comic book universe, and the last thing she did was kind of Infinity War, like in The Leftovers, where 2% of the world's population just disappeared.
You know, I never watched The Leftovers.
Yeah, it's good. Justin Theroux, who wrote, I believe it was Iron Man 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Justin Theroux.
Yeah, me too.
I like Justin Theroux.
And Carrie Coon, who was Proxima Midnight.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, she was the voice.
Huh. Alrighty then. All right. Big Bang Theory, we said last episode, is ending after next season, and it's because Jim Parsons is done.
Our local Houston boy. You know, here's the thing. I think he's kind of realizing, I mean, the guy will be 46, almost 50, when that, you know...
Is he that old?
He
does not look it.
No, he's not. He's born in 1973. I mean, sorry to be giving out your age there, Jim.
Yeah.
We're trying to make a point here. But, and I think he's kind of realizing, hey, look, you know, I've been playing this character for 12 seasons. We've had a great run. Because the thing is, let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of deal they made, but they can make a lot for syndication.
Oh, no. They're making a lot of syndication. And they pretty much, brought, a blank check to his house and, what do you want to keep the show going? And he's like, I'm done.
But I think he just wants to move on, and hey, that's his prerogative. He's entitled to that.
He is. And also, let's be real here, outside of the Big Bang Theory, I've seen him in one other project.
Yeah.
The Muppets.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Johnny Galecki, to me, has been the one that's been very prolific out of all that cast. You know, him, Kaylee Cuoco. I mean, Johnny Galecki, he was in, Christmas Vacation.
Roseanne.
Yeah, Roseanne even guest starred on My Name is Earl. So he's the one that's really, been a lot in film and TV. Wallowitz did, a film, and I don't know.
Van Wilder?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He was in Van Wilder, yeah.
And Simon Helberg. And I think he did a movie with Helen Mirren. It was either her or someone where he was kind of like her caretaker almost.
Really?
Yeah, it was a drama.
But yeah, here's the thing: the Big Bang Theory, it's going to be season 13.
Yeah, I mean,
and after a decade, granted, Supernatural is going into season 14, but those guys were in their early 20s, mid 20s. Now they're late 30s, and they're still going, and it's still kind of captivating. Big Bang. I dropped off after season 7.
Yeah, and Johnny Galecki, is the same age as Jim Parsons. He's born 1974, so he'll be about 45. Right?
And they said that without Sheldon, you can't do the show. And
you cannot.
You can't. Granted, it was supposed to be about 4 guys, but it really became about Sheldon.
Yeah, and the thing is, he was the most popular character on the show. They even had a spinoff, a prequel spinoff.
The young Sheldon, which by the way I've seen one episode that was really good.
Yeah.
So I can't hate, and people might be upset. I'm not, because the Big Bang Theory was nothing but stereotypes and wasn't funny. If you actually watch on YouTube, they have scenes without the laugh track, and you're like, oh, that isn't funny. But my personal feelings aside, for the show aside, dude made his money. Yeah. Screw it, bounce.
And here's the thing: he's going to be always known as Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
He's left a great legacy behind. Let's see what else he can do.
I say he takes a 5-year break and then comes back for drama.
Well, or he can just do drama, as his next project, because he's done some pretty dark stuff. They say.
I can see him doing dark. I really can see him doing dark. All right, so speaking of the '90s and jumping into an actor who, his last...
He's been in some trouble. He was in The Affair, played a prison guard in The Affair. Kind of dropped off, and we're talking about Mr. Rick O'Connell himself, Mr. Linkovich Chomovsky, Brendan Fraser.
Wow. Where was the last actor from? Where the last name from?
Linkovich Chomovsky?
Yeah.
Yeah, Encino Man.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
So Brendan Fraser, which... I can't disprove, he said that the reason that he hasn't been in films is because he was going to speak out against being sexually assaulted, and like Terry Crews said, it happens to guys too, wouldn't go against certain people, but he is getting a second chance as Robot Man in Doom Patrol.
Yes, and you know what? Go Brendan Fraser.
Go Brendan Fraser. I am happy because The Mummy was awesome.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of things, but the thing is, he's also kind of created, some of the bad luck too, just through his choices.
Like bad movies and weight gain
George of the Jungle. Well, he actually gained that weight on purpose because he thought he'd be funnier with that.
Oh, that's a bad move.
Yeah, and
jumping off Doom Patrol onto Titans, Dick Grayson will transform or transition into Nightwing. So he'll be right. That's why. Yeah, I'm still on the fuck Batman line. I get that's more Jason Todd than Dick Grayson. I get it, and yes, Dick Grayson had his beef with Batman.
Yeah, of course, he's had issues with Batman, but he didn't say fuck Batman. I mean, he just refused to speak about him. He's like, hey, I train under him. I want to go on my own. And
we'll see him transition into Nightwing. I actually can't wait to see the costume. I pray to God it's not like Arkham Asylum's costume because that costume sucked. I hated the whole mask up to here, but whatever, that's me. Alright. Bewitched. Of course we're getting a reboot of Bewitched because why not? And I can't really talk now because I want to reboot Wild Wild West. Bewitched is getting a biracial reboot with the Blackish creators.
Now, Samantha is going to be, black, and her husband's going to be white. I'm holding up for Ike Barinholtz as Darren.
Yeah. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
He'd be a great Darren.
Yeah, he would be.
Actually.
And if you don't know who Ike Barinholtz is, he was in the beginning of Suicide Squad. He was on the Mindy Project, and he was also on Eastbound and Down as the Russian baseball player. So.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
He was also in Blockers, which was funny, and he'll be in this upcoming movie, The Oath, where he has a Thanksgiving dinner with politically diverse family members. And I actually get to see that one in about 3 weeks where he does a Q&A at the end of it. So, go me. The Gifted. If you have not been watching The Gifted, you need to jump on that. That was an awesome movie, a great mutant movie, TV show. Why am I saying movies? We're on TV shows.
Well, a great X-Men property that was transitioned.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for the save. The pictures have shown that it'll be like a civil war between the two factions because now we have...
Polaris is gone, to...
Rogue.
Yeah, so she's basically the Magneto of this series. And, her boyfriend, they have and the thing is, they have a kid that's really kind of makes it complicates things.
I can't think of her boyfriend's name. I like his power because he shoots light beams out of his hands, and I can't think of it.
Kind of like a Jubilee almost.
Kind of, but more devastating. Although Jubilee has blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that one.
Yeah.
But he's got Thunderbird on his side, he's got Blink on his side, and he has half of the Fenris twins on his side, which is awesome. On Polaris' side, she'll have the Cuckoo Sisters, which they're calling the Frost Sisters to, I guess, connect them more to Emma Frost. But they're the Cuckoo Sisters. You put them together, they're insanely powerful telepaths, and the Hellfire Club. So I like I can't wait to see how this transitions. And she'll have the other half of the Fenris twins.
It's the
brother.
Yeah, the brother. I can't remember his character's name.
Yeah.
But, October on Fox.
Yeah. Fox will have 2 good shows. And that's it. Oh, 3. I'm sorry. The Orville. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tyler. Is it Hoffman? Hecklin. Will be in all 3 crossover episodes for CW.
That's good. That's good. And they finally get to meet Superman.
I know. I'm excited to see Flash and Superman interact.
I'm excited to see how Green Arrow reacts to him.
Like Batman would react?
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty much.
Exactly. Gotham. This is just this week. We saw new set photos, and Catwoman, Selena Kyle, has claws on her gloves, and Bruce Wayne has a grappling hook.
Great.
So we're getting closer and closer to, and I love the fact that they've established the love connection between the two of them.
Yeah.
They
did that in earlier episodes, kind of when they meet and everything, and there's a little cat and mouse game, so to speak, and it's just they've been setting that up. They've been
they have
seeds for so long.
Yeah, exactly. With Iron Fist Season 2, one of the other bad guys that we'll be introducing next to the Steel Dragon is Typhoid Mary. And we have a picture of Alice Eve from Star Trek Into Darkness as Typhoid Mary, but it was just her with brunette hair. It wasn't anything...
Yeah, and here's the thing. She's still my pick for Sue Storm.
See, I want Emma Blunt.
Yeah, Emily Blunt and what's his name? John
Krasinski.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
And he was almost Captain America.
I know. He'd be a perfect.
And she was almost Black Widow.
That's right. She was.
I think she got pregnant.
Yeah. So you know what? Make them, the actual, because they work really well as a husband and wife, because they are husband and wife.
Yeah, the what was it?
A Quiet Place.
Quiet, yeah.
So you make them Reed and Sue Storm.
Hey man, you see that bickering
exactly
on screen. Now you just got to get a Johnny Storm. And
Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And for the Thing, I saw a fan cast Nick Offerman as the Thing. I kind of dig that.
Pump him up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although what's his name from Stranger Things was also a fan cast.
Oh, David Harbour.
Yeah.
He's playing Hellboy.
He's playing Hellboy, so he'll be busy. Make Nick Offerman.
January of next year.
Is it already that soon?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any pictures of it other than the main.
Yeah.
I want to see more. I want a trailer. We're supposed to get a trailer for Captain Marvel the holiday season.
Yeah. I mean, David Harbour does have that face.
He does.
And he has that sympathetic face, and he's just a lovable guy.
Exactly. But nevertheless, Alice Eve is Typhoid Mary, and she has split personality disorder. So, I mean, just seeing like, oh look, here's a picture, and I'm like, it's just Alice Eve as a brunette. Okay. Whatever. But still, I can't wait to see how they play into that.
Well, you know what? From what we've seen for the trailer so far, I have no reason to believe that she's gonna knock it out of the park.
Oh God, no. No, but, I mean, the fact that they're really focusing on Iron Fist for Steel Dragon, and that comes out next week.
Yeah, and so does transitioning into video games, so does SpiderMan. SpiderMan comes out on, the September 7th, too. And
I have a stack of games, and I talked to our friends over at Replay Games. I'm like, I'm bringing you a stack of video games because I'll help you out. I'll get you... Because I want Spider-Man. Because Replay Games will not be carrying new games anymore.
Oh, there's going to be a retro game.
Just retro games. Just retro games.
Okay.
So if you want retro games, go to Replay Games over on 19th. Yeah, they've got like a ton of new stuff in. Well, new by like old video games.
Okay.
Yeah. So So Spider-Man comes out next week, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Now we got the file size, and it's supposed to be 20 hours. Of gameplay.
Okay.
If you just do the main story.
Yes.
However, if you do the side quest, it's probably going to take you another 20 hours.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Because New York is just huge in that game.
Yeah.
And the file size of it is about, I think, like 50 to 60 gigs.
Okay.
So
I'll delete a few games.
Yeah, and so you may have to delete a few games, or if you're going to spend the money and get that 1 terabyte, or they had a limited run of 2 terabyte drive. PS.
That'd be great.
PS4s.
They've leaked the number of costumes in the game. And it's like 25, 30 costumes. It's like pretty much every costume Spider-Man has ever worn will be. And they did that with Arkham Knight. I mean, I played as...
Although Arkham Knight, I mean, did the suits ever like really do anything differently, or are they just skins?
They're just skins.
Okay, see now, with Spider-Man, these suits, they're going to each do something different.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
It's not just going to be a little cash grab or anything like that.
Okay.
No, these suits are going to be, each have their own powers. I think like the Ben Reilly suit has like the sonar or something like that. You can create doubles of yourself and shit like that. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough. That's really badass.
They have not confirmed where you're going to get the Venom suit.
But Funko Pop did spoil that because they showed pictures of the Pops for the games, and he was in the black suit. So we will get the black suit Spider-Man, which you kind of have to. I mean,
probably later on in the game, though.
Yeah, exactly. PS5, you sent this to me, is rumored for 2020.
Console cycles are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And the thing is, I mean, PS4 came out when, like 2013, 2014, I guess?
No.
2015?
No, it's been older than that, I thought.
Yeah, so 2014. So it'd be like a 6-year cycle. I'm pretty sure they're going to be making games for it, even as PS5 comes out. But,
oh, yeah.
So we only got, guys, you finish up all those games, and I'm hoping that we get some, kind of specs on it. I mean, it's kind of early, because if it's going to hit 2020, we'll probably get specs maybe later on this year, early next year into 2019.
I think E3 will be when we see...
Something on it. And, what it can do. And I'm hoping backwards compatibility. This is something that Microsoft has really beaten Sony on.
That's the only thing that, for me, that's the only thing that Microsoft has beaten Sony on, was backward capability. have been kind of pissed about that.
Yeah, because the thing is, and PS2 had it, and then they said that the reason why backwards compatibility wasn't available for, the PS3 was because, like, the new technology and all that kind of stuff, and I'm sure you could have.
You could have
thrown it in somewhere.
You really
like
could
an
have.
update or something like that. I mean, come on, it's not that hard.
It's not that difficult. Let's see here, what else? Jumping from games to comics news real quick, because I don't have a top... I haven't got my pull yet, so I don't have any new comic books. Back to the Future 3. We kind of, didn't know what happened to Doc and his wife and his kids.
Jules and Vern.
Yeah, Jules and Vern, but now we'll be getting that answered in a comic book of Back to the Future 3.
I'll probably be getting that one because I subscribe to those.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're fun and great and establish the mythology. If you haven't played the Telltale game, pick that up. I mean, it's only like $20.
Yeah.
And the comics are really great. I mean, it shows like what would happen. Like if Biff when he took the
a continuation of Back to the Future, the dark timeline,
85, and then shows you like his family and everything. And those comics are just awesome, dude. I mean, I love those.
We are getting a new Conan the Barbarian with Jason Aaron, Mahmoud Isark, and covers by Asad Rubik, who does beautiful covers. Jason Aaron.
He's really, becoming the Brian Michael Bendis of
Marvel.
The new, And he it's coming back to Marvel because remember back in like the 70s, 80s, Conan was a fixture of Marvel Comics.
It was, yeah.
Dark Horse got the license, I think, in the 90s, and sometime
back.
Yeah. So now, I mean, now first Star Wars,
and now
Conan,
and we've seen that Jason Aaron can do Barbarian with Thor. Fantastic Thor run. I mean, he did he did what Scott Snyder did with Batman. He did different books and then connected them all into the very end. At issue number 700 of Thor, his Avengers run, he showed why the Celestials are always coming to Earth, why everything comes to Earth. He established that. That was really awesome. So, Jason Aaron is the new Bendis of Marvel, and for me, he's the quintessential Wolverine writer.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, good job on you, man. Batman, the animated series. Blu-ray, which we're all dying for, got pushed back by literally a month, but it's the same month. It was supposed to come out early October, now it's late October.
Okay, yeah.
Because they added more content.
And they're probably going to film a lot of the convention appearances.
Yeah.
And, speaking of convention appearances, for all our Texas watchers and fans, they will be at the Alamo CityCon.
Who? Kevin Conroy?
Yeah, Kevin Conroy and Lauren Lester. Now, too bad we can't get Arlene Sorkin or Mark Hamill, but hey, those two. And Lauren Lester actually, made was on Hung with Tom Jane. He played his next door neighbor.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Huh. Now, real quick, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are getting new costumes, and by new costumes, I mean they're switching colors and powers. So I think this is coming out of Shattered Grid. They're re-establishing the original 5, but now you have Jason the Red Ranger will be the Yellow Ranger. Trini is going from yellow to red. Pink Ranger is getting the blue costume. Zach, I forgot the Pink Ranger's name. Kimberly is becoming the new Blue Ranger. Zach is becoming the new Pink Ranger. And Billy is the new Black Ranger. And people throw out bitch fit. A man wearing pink? Calm the fuck down.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you something. The script that what's his name? Max Landis did?
Yeah.
I think Zach was wearing the pink.
Was he really?
Yeah. So yeah. So and that was a great script, by the way.
I still haven't read his script.
Yeah, I corresponded with him on it, and
did you really?
He had some callbacks. So, he even had Angela, Zach's object of Zach's affection, in the script too.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I'm that was a fan right there. Yeah, but you know what? The Shattered Grid storyline is not over just yet, and just see how things go. I mean, we don't really know how that stuff happens. I mean,
it's true.
So just read the damn book, and it's been great since issue 1. Added a lot to the mythology. He's taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so and the thing is, it added a lot. I like that they added a lot of backstory. That of course, we know that they weren't the only Rangers team of the 5 that we saw. That
exactly.
Weren't the first Rangers team, and that was established even in the show.
Yeah,
and in the movie.
In the movie, because Zordon was the original Red Ranger.
Yeah, and Ivan Ooze even said, oh, he's still getting teenagers to do his dirty work.
Exactly.
So he's been doing it for a very, very long time.
Exactly.
And actually, yesterday was the 25th anniversary.
Yes, this week was the 25th anniversary of our Power Rangers.
And I can remember seeing the promos for
Same
that.
here.
And I wasn't sure what to make of the show. I mean, it was kind of like, I was interested, it piqued my interest, and I was like, wow. And, you know, if you can go on YouTube, there's another promo that they did.
Really?
Yeah, and the Rangers were actually older people.
Really?
Yeah, and Miguel Nunez from Return of the Living Dead and Street Fighter, he played DJ in Street Fighter, he was actually one of the Rangers. I think he was the Black Ranger.
I saw the original pilot.
Yeah.
Which was completely different.
Yeah.
And like I think like Bulk and Skull were like actual like drug dealers.
Well, it was just Bulk. Skull wasn't
That's
there.
right. And then
It
like
was at a bowling alley instead of a juice bar.
yeah, and it was a different Yellow Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted more money, and they couldn't come, and they said no, and she left.
Yeah.
But she still appears at the conventions.
Does she really?
Yeah, and they had Morphicon too. You know.
Yes.
We need to attend one of those.
No, you know what we need to attend?
It's PowerCon.
PowerCon. Holy shit! As you can see behind us, I'm kind of a HeMan fan still to this day. Watch Power of Grayskull on Netflix. That's a great documentary, and it covers like the birth and inception of HeMan to like today.
And you know, a bunch of people are fighting over the credit of who created who. And all
Exactly,
that shit,
and
you know?
but Frank Langella is in it, is in the documentary, and he loved playing Skeletor.
Oh yeah, he did.
Dolph was in it.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
he kind of changes his tune on playing He-Man.
This came out like this week or last week. Came out last week. He actually says that looking back on it, he actually does enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, because really the thing is, I mean,
enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, he enjoyed that money.
Exactly.
But
but you know who he actually really respects though? The director.
Gary Goddard.
Yeah, Gary Goddard, because Gary Goddard actually paid to keep the lights on that final week.
Oh yeah, they did because they ran out of money.
They ran out of money, and Frank Langella laments to this day the fight scene that never was.
Yeah, because it was what's his name, Anthony DeLongis, who played Blade.
Blade, and they actually had and we'll get into action figures real quick, but so Frank Langella says that what you see, and it was like just a few swings, was like 15-20% of what they had planned out.
Yeah.
And they had this really big fight scene plan. But what happened is, and if you don't, Master of the Universe 87, I still love it.
I saw it the day it came out.
And it's not like He-Man per se, but it's still enough. Like, I remember my dad taking me to see. That's why, you know, like when your parents take you and your kid to see a movie, like, it's in my head.
Yeah.
Frank Langella said that he had this like the giant like golden skull helmet mask, and they had all this smoke. Well, the smoke was becoming water and oil on the ground, so he was slipping when he was fighting. But Canon actually was funding the movie. They ran out of money
because they were a low budget movie.
It was a low budget film.
And the thing is, you know, they did this with Superman 4: Quest for Peace.
Yeah,
they slashed the budget on that, and Christopher Reeve was just
pissed.
You know, and that's why he always hated that movie.
Well, because the UN was supposed to have filmed the UN scene in Superman 4. Was supposed to be filmed at the UN. They ran out of money, and they filmed it at a train station. He's like, this isn't the UN. So Frank Langella and Dolph Lundgren kind of lament, but they love the fact that Gary Goddard really like tried it. And they said that no matter how stressed he was, he never showed it.
Yeah.
He always kept a calm head, kept things light. Even when the AC got turned off, they turned off the AC because they're like AC or lights, and they had to have the lights. Now, so watch Power of Grace, but we need to go PowerCon. We need to go to PowerCon. That would just look so awesome. That is it for episode 25. We're going to try to get one more episode in because, as you can see, in 1 week, we had like 45 minutes worth of stuff to cover.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, hey, you know what? News travels very fast.
Exactly. Literally, between the moment that we started this episode and now, in the 45 minutes that we've been filming this, one new piece of news. Lego Batman's Adam McKay is going to be doing a new Wile E. Coyote movie. There we go.
Is it animated?
Yeah, it's going to be Wile E. Coyote versus Acme. So that should be pretty good.
You know what? He was always ordering products. Maybe it's time that they fund it.
Exactly.
Effective as
yeah,
products.
Exactly. Customer service that must suck. With that, remember to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon at Bayou City
And
Geeks.
also YouTube.
And YouTube. If you like what you see, subscribe. There's a little red button somewhere down there. Hit subscribe. At 50, we give you the Comicpalooza package. At 100, you get the Sean Patrick Flannery package. We are going to try to get you some stuff from Fandemic, which is coming up September 14th, 15th, and 16th.
That's the middle of the next month.
We get to interview John Schneider.
Just a good old boy.
Exactly. Dukes of Hazzard, Smallville, Nip Tuck.
Yes, Nip Tuck. Oh boy, plays the porn director.
Exactly. Yeah. So with that, remember, don't be assholes. Be good to one another. And as always, please. I'm your co-host Bobby Behar, and with me is
Jason Elliott.
Peace out.